Hi everyone, for tonight's Nightcap and review, I'm having a vodka on the rocks, and I'll be reviewing Skin Deep by Eveland. This is the second in the Wayward Son series, the first being Body Count. I adored this book. Check it out. You're not going to regret it. And I did receive an art copy for Skin Deep, but of course I'm going to give my honest opinion. These are the tropes, and these are the content warnings. Right off the bat, 4 stars. I really did enjoy it. I couldn't put it down. I finished it in a day. So, what's this book about? This book is about Warwick, also known as War, who is struggling on the daily to live with his health issues, mental health issues. He struggles with OCD. He struggles with an eating disorder and body self-harm. Again, pay attention to those trigger warnings. If this is not something you're comfortable with, that's okay. Maybe this is not the book for you. If those are things you're okay with, this is a fabulous book. But he struggles with those every day and also trying to maintain the perfect surgeon image that he portrays. The thing is, he's doing all this as a front or trying to do it as a way of control because he is trying to keep his family safe and keep his brother's more dangerous impulses under control. Because they are actually a family of vigilantes with mob ties who unalive people who basically slip through the system. So Warwick, or War, is doing everything he can to keep himself healthy, maintain this perfect image, and basically help keep his family safe and in line. But it's a lot, and like anyone, he is struggling, and things are starting to spiral out of control for him. And in the midst of this, while he is sort of spiraling, he's in the middle of a job with his brothers when who comes out of nowhere? Pax. Pax is also a vigilante who basically stumbles into their job with his own job, and to basically maintain their secrecy, War and his brothers take Pax with them when they are taking their current target, because they don't know what's going on. Better to take everyone than leave anybody behind who can identify them. It's when they get to their secondary location, they realize that Pax is in fact a vigilante on behalf of one of the families who is the victim of the target they were targeting. So in a way of mutually assured destruction, they allow him to take part in the taking out of the trash, as it were. So as they're doing this job, they're interacting, Pax and Warwick, and they finally decide to part ways after this job and have no contact with each other. There's no reason to have contact. But War and Pax just can't seem to forget about each other. But the universe seems to have other ideas and actually relatively quickly throws them together in an incident of pure chance, and it just reinforces at least their feelings for one another, like their craving and desire to be with one another. But War struggles with his self-image and also with the fact of what his family does and how dangerous that could be to Pax and his family. He has 2 little girls, and he wants to keep all of them safe, even if that means not being with him. But in an effort to keep them safe, he decides to take a job from his mafia side of the family as a way of guaranteeing protection with them for Pax and his daughters. So even though he avoids this side of his family as much as he can for very good reasons, he takes the job to get that protection. But this job actually, instead of providing that protection, seems to be dragging War and Pax further into the dangerous mafia side of his family, which seems to be on the brink of chaos. And this is something they don't need. They don't want to be here. They just wanted the protection, and they are just trying to survive that. But along with that, they have another job that they have decided to take on together to track down a serial unaliver in the area, where in fact Pax's wife was one of the victims. The thing is, the cops have no idea and have no clues as to who this person is, which starts to make War wonder if he has some kind of protector, this serial unaliver, because things are just not adding up. So that just leads to more mystery and more danger for these two to work through and hopefully survive through. So what are my thoughts on this book? Well, again, I'm giving it 4 stars. I could not put it down. This is an M&M romance where you have War and Pax who perfectly complement each other, in my opinion. You have Pax who's always being respectful and meeting the moment when it came to War and his anxiety and OCD and other needs, as well as war with his interactions and wanting to keep Pax and his girls safe. It was just very sweet, those moments, and how they perfectly complemented each other made it for a great relationship to read and seeing their relationship grow. However, this is not just a sweet book. This is a dark and spicy book, and those two men get up to dark and spicy things, and I was all here for it. So this was a perfect blend of spice, plot, and characters. So I really did enjoy it. It will be available February 28th, so soon. Definitely give it a download. If you haven't read the first book, read that one as well. It was just as good, and I really did enjoy it. I'm really excited to see where this series goes, because this is a family, so there are 4 more brothers to get through, so I'm excited to see where each one goes, because this book will be available February 28th. Make sure to give it a download. I hope everyone has a good night and happy readings.